He's just fallen through a roof. I think he's hit his head pretty badly.
Is the patient breathing?
Yeah, I think he's having a fit.
Okay, is there any serious bleeding?
Yeah, there's a lot of blood.
Okay. Is the blood coming from his head wound?
Yeah, blood coming from his head.
So is he conscious at the moment, or is he unconscious?
Oh, he's unconscious.
Unconscious.
But we see there's blood coming out of his ear as well.
Okay.
Gordy, sorry to interrupt. He's bleeding from the ears.
Oh, emergency call. Trauma team by road, trauma team by road.
You have reached your destination.
When we arrived at the scene, there were a number of bystanders who had been working on the farm with this gentleman.
Afternoon.
I went in to have a look into the barn.
Where was it he fell from?
Waiting further. 15 feet or so.
And then landed on the pallet?
Well, we don't know. See this bit of machinery's all snapped? Landed here, maybe whacked his head off that.
Okay.
I think it's a great advantage to actually be at the scene and visualise what may have happened. It looked like he had probably fallen onto some machinery that was lying on the floor.
Who found him?
I was up in the roof looking at
So was he unconscious or anything like that when you got there?
He came down, he was having a fit. Aye.
The story that we gleaned from his work colleagues was that he may have actually had some sort of seizure activity.
Is that painful at all? Nice big deep breath if you can. Andrew, open your eyes. Can you open your eyes? My name's Ben, I'm with the ambulance. Can you hear me at all? You stick your tongue out for me. He's not following commands, won't stick his tongue out. He has got this wound on his head. He's got potentially blood from his ear, but it could just be a wound in his ear.
Kind of progressively got worse.
We have our kit ready to go, set up as if it would be a mini resuscitation room, and we're essentially taking that direct to the patient.
Andrew, open your eyes for me, Andrew. Andrew, open your eyes.
We're able to sedate and anaesthetise him and keep him much more comfortable in a much more controlled way, then we're improving the chances of that head injury having a more positive outcome for him.
Just so that everyone's on the same page, so what we're going to do is we're going to do an anaesthetic here in the ambulance.
Anaesthetising a patient in theatre or in the anaesthetic room in a hospital has risks and dangers, but actually if you're doing it in a farmyard or even in the back of an ambulance, the inherent risks are actually far greater in terms of potential complications. So we don't take on that decision lightly.
With Andrew unresponsive, the trauma team must sedate him and take over his breathing on scene.
When we intubate a patient, we are actually giving them drugs which will paralyse them and stop them breathing. So we need to do that to allow us to pass a tube down into their lungs so that we can take over their breathing.
Peter, jump in the front. When we go, we'll go round traffic, but super smooth, nice and steady, like we're on our feet the whole way, because we might be on our feet the whole way. All right? I'm going to go with 2 of morphine and 2 of midazolam.
With the true extent of his head injuries unknown, the trauma team must rush Andrew back to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Glasgow for specialist treatment.
So his airway's okay, his cardiovascular, he's fine, he's got a vein flowing in, and he's void of trousers. Right, we can go straight to CT then. We'll take some rocky road in with us, there you go.
I can think of many challenging scenarios over the years. Significant road traffic collisions at the side of lochsides where access is difficult. I've had Sea King helicopters having to land half in the water, half on the beach, and certainly there are almost too many of those clinical scenarios to mention, but all of them were very challenging in their own way. The CT images are on the computer screen pretty much in front of us as the scans are being done. It became immediately evident that you had a significant head injury.
Isotonic, hypotonic.
1, 2, 3.
The predicting outcome I've found over the years is always very difficult, but the brain injury could get a lot worse. With a serious head injury, so this patient needs a definitive care in the hospital.
Right, that's us.
I am very lucky to be still here, with little forgetfulness of names maybe, but that's about it. The morning of the accident, we went to repair a gutter, and it was during the preparation that I fell through the hole in the roof. And I don't remember a thing after that until 2 or 3 days later, until I wakened up from the induced coma. Head injury was the worst injury, but I don't think there's anything really long term other than the possibility that I've got tinnitus in the left hand ear.